Coming up today on Rockland News, correction officer indicted in coffee tampering case. We'll find out if they used Correctol. Kate Conley releases her final primary ad before going into the primaries on June 23rd against Beth Davidson. And Mike Lawler does a preemptive strike, hits back at Kate Conley's employment record. Plus, we'll have an in-depth talk about the teens that entered the culverts of Nyack last week. All this and more with Mike and Tom in the morning. All right. Thanks, everybody. Thank you for joining us on AM Rockland's News. I'm your host, Tom Osa.
And I'm Mike Kluger. And I love it when we have DJ Tailspin come and bring us into this show.
Yeah, I'm kind of liking this music. It's I'm going to feel sorrowful when we put another musical thing here, but I'm having some fun with it.
Well, maybe we'll get an even better groove.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of grooving, the weather is grooving today. It is a beautiful morning. It's 67 degrees. It's going to be nice. This afternoon, it's going to get a little cloudy. It might rain a little bit. Slow, little chances, 20-30% chance. Tomorrow, supposed to thunderstorm, get up to 85.
That sounded adorable.
It was my little weather voice, you know?
I'm inspired.
Friday and Saturday, bright and sunny in the 70s. Sunday, cloudy in the 70s. Monday will rain again, and then a few more days of cloudiness, and then a horrible thunderstorm on Friday. So, Tom, lots of things going on in Rockland. So many things going on in Rockland.
So many things.
Do we want to talk about the positive things, or do we want to talk about
the
silly things, or do we want to talk about the not so good things?
We want to talk about our sponsors first.
We always want to talk about our sponsors.
Yeah, we really do, because they are awesome and they are appreciated.
You know what?
They're helpful for you that are listening.
We should go and get ourselves a bagel after this show.
At Whole Shop Bagels.
At Whole Shop Bagels. It's one of the best bagel shops in all of Rockland County.
What a coincidence. I was thinking of that as well. And for those of you that have not been to Whole Shop Bagels, located in Haverstraw, New York, right on Route 9W, if you're a first-time visitor, mention Rockland's News and get a free bagel. Now, I'm not sure if the cream cheese or the butter or whatever you put on it is included.
The schmear.
But I got a pretty good suspicion that you're going to get the cream cheese and the butter also for free, because we know Clever and Victoria, the owners over there, and they are all sorts.
So giving. They're
right?
so giving.
Yeah. They know how to do it right. And
pillars of the community.
Absolutely. Plus, we got Work Smart New York Business Boot Camp coming up in September to recharge your career with inspirational, motivational, and navigational talks about where you're going with a lot of things that will help you to work smarter, not harder. Yabu Fence Company, located in West Nyack, New York. Dana Pest Control, and Easy Temp for all your ice machine repair needs.
If it's dinner time and you don't want to cook and you want to go out, get yourself entertained, you should go check out Fiesta Acapulco in Stony Point. Or perhaps it is Wednesday, and now on Fridays and Saturdays too, jazz at Kobe Sushi.
Yeah, and they added Friday night for jazz.
That's
too.
what I'm saying. 3 nights of jazz at Kobe Sushi.
Yep. And if you mention Rockland's News, you get 15% off your entire sushi order. Minimum $75, but hey, $10.25. What a deal.
Hey, $10 is $10 yo. Just like Eddie Lee said.
Got Breakpoint Bowling, located in West Haverstraw. 20 bowling lanes, big screen TVs everywhere, including over the bowling lanes.
Don't forget the laser tag.
Yeah, you're right. They have laser tag over there.
Right?
And
and
I know. I was like, build up. And they have a restaurant called Joey A's. You can't get more paisan than that.
Oh, it's a pizza shop.
Yeah, and food, great libations and whatnot, plus an arcade for the kids. Just a really cool place. You can check them out. And it's in West Haverstraw, New York. Visit breakpointbowl.com to learn more. Stony Point Massage, that's our friends Kimio Matthews and team over there. And if you're hurting, they can reverse the cycle there. They can help you to feel a lot better. And it's a really relaxing environment when you walk in. It's like it almost feels like you want to have tea or coffee with your close friends or family right in the lobby there. You don't. You go there yourself, but you
But
feel comfortable.
that's for when you're all tense and not actually broken. If you have been broken and need to recover from the breakingness,
Uh-huh.
we jumped down the list a little bit to Ivy Rehab.
Physical therapy located in West Haverstraw, New
Exactly.
York.
Exactly. See, we're on this. We're on this.
Mhm.
Now,
I think I'm going to start calling this segment "What a Deal."
what a deal.
Is that a I'll ask you. Is that okay
What a deal?
if I say that?
I mean, I would say that.
What a deal.
It's from the people of my birth.
Yeah, that's true. I
Well,
mean,
and
hey,
we'll talk about
who
some of the
doesn't
people
like
soon.
a deal is what I'm getting
I
at.
mean,
Yeah.
everyone likes a good deal.
Everyone likes a good deal.
All right. So I believe that Susan Bova can get you a good deal
That's
on a
true.
house.
Yeah, absolutely. Susan Bova, Coldwell Banker Realty. We really appreciate her. She's actually going to be taking a step back from advertising on Rockland News, literally because she's too busy. We got her too much business, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
99 signs.
A business with no sign is a
It's a
sign of no business.
For all your digital billboard and portable sign needs, your lawn signs that during this political season you're going to drop on the lawn and say, I don't like that candidate. I like this candidate. You should vote for this candidate. If you need those signs, you go to 99signs.com.
Whose voice was that?
I don't know, but it was something fast. FC Perfection Auto Body Repair in Congers, New York. Yes, they are amazing. They can make the
Magical.
outside of your car look like this.
Look like magic.
Yeah.
Wait, it can look like Tinkerbell?
It could look like Magic the Gathering, the card thing.
That game.
Yeah.
I always say that game sucks. And before the people who want to argue with me, it sucks your time, your friends away, your money. Like, if you don't want your kids to get into drugs, give them money to go play Magic the Gathering. My friends who play this game are so addicted to it.
You broke a Tommy there.
They have oodles of cards, and some of those cards are really expensive.
I still know which, is there like a Black Lotus or a White Lotus card?
The Black Lotus was the most expensive card ever made.
Yeah.
And it's like $5,000
So rare.
or something.
Yeah. Because it has like an energy boosting effect. Like every time that somebody hits you, it
more 'cause
actually
it was
boosts your
rare.
energy. Yeah.
That generated scarcity kind of thing. Oh, we're just going to make this more valuable.
Mm-hmm.
You said a word earlier in our thing.
What a
the
deal.
Word libations.
Libations.
Now,
that's right.
we cannot talk about libations and not talk about Rockland County craft beverage.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to start with District 96 in New City and in Nyack. Great burgers, great beers. Go check it out.
Yep.
One of my personal favorites, Noble Experiment in West Nyack. Been down there a couple times. Go say hi to Nick the Brewer. He makes great beer. You know who else makes great beer? David Ludwig over at Stony Point
That's
Brewing
right.
Company.
Yeah, Stony Point Brewing Company,
right
man.
up the street from my house. I love his beers. He has such a great cornucopia of different flavors and all that. And he is really, really good at keeping to the style.
Right. Most definitely.
Then up the street, we got Round Table over there in the Garner Arts Center.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're into cider, Red Barn Cidery, which is part of Dr. Davies,
Mm-hmm.
or if you can find it, the Van Houten's cider, which I was just talking to Rob Rodriguez, who used to work there, and there is a cider named after him. Rob Rod's peanut butter cider. You might say peanut butter cider is weird. I tell you, folks, it is good stuff.
Yeah.
Go find it. Go try it. You'll love it.
Amazing.
Come support new Rockland County craft beverage.
Most definitely.
And why, Tom, should we support all of these local businesses?
Because 61 cents of every dollar spent in a small business stays in the community where that small business is. And that's a statistic directly from American Express. Small Business Saturday, they're a champion of it every year, obviously to get credit card transactions, but it's worth it. Okay.
Well, and we want our Rockland County everything to be better. And
exactly.
part of it is we want a healthy economy.
Yeah.
In Rockland County.
Most def, man. I mean, that's where it's at.
The best way to do that, shop at your small business, buy from your local crafters, and just be a good citizen.
And if you need to get stuff out of your house and into, let's say, for instance, the refuse yard, go to Clean Space Maintenance Management because they can provide you a mobile dumpster where you can just toss things in, almost like what's his name from Lord of the Rings? Toss me. Is the
Oh,
dwarf guy?
no dwarf tossing.
Yeah,
Gimli.
Gimli. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Wow, I think I hurt your feelings on that. You
No,
looked
no,
at me
no.
like,
No. You
don't
just you
don't
just
talk
broke.
about just don't talk about the dwarves.
You
Don't.
just broke me a little bit.
I'm
You just
sorry.
broke me. That's all right.
Using that analogy.
No. It's all good.
Yeah,
It's all good, my friends.
yeah.
Um,
Well, now there's one other sponsor that is, well, they're not actually officially a sponsor, but I wanna shout them out. The Flowery, located in Haverstraw, New York.
oh, well, that's not libations,
Now
but
I don't
that
know about
is,
this cannabis
but
thing.
you're learning.
Right. And we went into the Flowery a few months ago as they were building up, and they have a stage in the Flowery.
You keep saying this, and I mean, do we need to call upon the powers of sponsor band?
I believe that we may
Because
have
we
to.
need to entertain the people.
Yes, it is a very important piece. And as some of you know, we were doing Rockland Music Fest announcements last week. We announced the date, which is September 12th. Oh, Mike, we got to talk about that because I need your take on it as well.
Do we need our listeners' take on it?
Yes, absolutely.
So why don't we talk about it on the air?
Yeah. By the way, if you'd like to call in, shoot us a direct message on Facebook, and we can actually loop you into the show from the phone right onto the podcast board. So send us a direct message. All you have to do is go to, I'm going to go outside the Rockland News alert thing, go over to the Facebook page, and then just shoot a direct message to Rockland's News, and we'll get you on the air if you wanted to talk about any of the things we're talking about. But yeah, the Flowery, man. So expect more announcements to happen about Rockland Music Fest, and expect them to happen from the Flowery.
Well, folks, we would like, Tom and I
Yeah.
would like to put the rock back in Rockland. And I
Yes.
don't mean like the rocks in your soil. I'm talking about the music rock and roll.
Amen.
And if you are a garage band, an attic band, a basement band, and you want to play out, go visit us over at sponsorband.com. Sign up. Tell us what you got. And we want to help you help us, because what we want is the music scene in Rockland to be so robust that any day of the week, if you feel like, I want to go listen to some music, you can go. Like today, you can go listen to jazz at Kobe Sushi.
Right. Because they
Right.
got their jazz night over at Kobe Sushi.
Right.
And Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Last week, we were over at Leslie's social group, which she does once a month there. The place was packed. I got a picture of it. It is off the hook, man. I do have a question. What is an attic band?
Well,
I've never heard of it. And I'm saying in a good way. It was like, what would be the genre that defines the attic band?
it's the same as the garage band and the basement band, but sometimes you don't have a basement or a garage. For example, my dear friend Tito,
right?
his drum set was set up in his attic.
I did not know that. Really?
He had one of those old school houses over in Hudson Avenue where it was literally a walk-up attic. The thing was huge.
Mm-hmm.
So his band would practice in his attic.
Yeah.
So they were an attic band. They weren't a basement band. They weren't a garage band.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't even a living room band.
Seriously.
Like
That's amazing.
They could have called the band Tito's Attic. Tito, the name for your next band. Tito's Attic.
All right. And then you have like a little like attic like in his head, and that's the logo.
I mean, that would be really cool.
Yeah. You know,
I see a new direction for
graphic design department for Rockland's web design, which is the steward for Rockland's News. Please make note of that, and please start working on that logo. I could see it. Like, he's got the bald head thing. Like, you know, he's just got like the
he looks like Ming the Merciless
Telly Savalas meets Cheech and Chong
with a super long beard.
With a super long beard. So he's like Fu Manchu as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Or Ming the Merciless. Flash up.
Protector of the universe.
Exactly.
All right. So should we get into the news?
I mean, unless you want to continue to talk about the glorious music scene that we are helping to build here in Rockland County, because I want all of our listeners to not just go, hey, we want this, but tell us what you want.
Yeah.
So even if you don't want to get on the air and like talk on the air with us, send us questions, send us comments. We want to know. We want to hear from you.
This is a pivotal time. We have it's the 17th. We have 85 days until Rockland Music Fest.
85 days, folks.
This is number 12.
So reach out to us. Tell us what you want to hear.
And I have to say, after all the challenges of getting this thing over to the stadium, I feel almost like I'm running out of steam.
How can we get more steam into Tommy?
There's a bunch of ways.
Oh boy.
But
oh boy.
I don't want to get burned. So probably the best way is to participate and help with me in the process, because we have some lineup changes. We have some venue changes. We have some timing changes. We also have some volunteer changes. For instance, my good friend Susan Faris from the Nanuet Chamber of Commerce, she is overwhelmed busy. They just successfully deployed, I think, the 20th annual Nanuet Street Fair. And she's also got tons of stuff that, in addition to her full-time job and running the Chamber of Commerce. So she contacted me. She goes, I can't do it this year. So and in addition, there's several other people. For instance, my wife, she's not going to do the vendor thing this year.
Okay.
So
we need a new vendor coordinator.
Yeah, we need people.
So speaking of the we needs, how do people reach out to us? Just sponsorband.com?
Sponsorband.com/sign up if you're a band. Really?
What if you're a volunteer?
RocklandMusicFest.com. That's already, the website is already up as usual, but I haven't done anything with it just because I'm overwhelmed. So you're going to see all the stuff from last year, including the 11 bands that played.
And there's footage of last year's show, right?
Correct. Yeah. If you go to on your Roku device and you search for Rockland Music Fest, you can actually download the Rockland Music Fest official app, and you can watch all of the performances.
We have an official app.
There. Yeah.
Wow. See, folks, we're putting the rock back in Rockland.
Yeah.
Help us out.
Just like I'm showing Mike the footage from last year.
Beautiful. I see some lights. There was the stage. It was just gorgeous.
Yeah.
Folks, come check it out. It's gonna be great. You're gonna love it.
Yep. And I'll say one other thing before we get into the news is our headliner this year is going to be what we talked about last year. The headliner is I'll just hum.
Hold on. Are they taking us to Paradise City?
I'll see you Sunday. Anyway, so we've been working on that for almost a year now. It's not them, but it's pretty good rendition of it. I'll tell you that much. And I know these guys, and they're really cool. So,
but we would like local musicians to sign up for the rest of the festival.
Yeah, we need that. This is make or break year. If it doesn't
every
work
year
this
is
year,
make or break.
If it doesn't work this year, I'm done. 11 years
he
of
said that before, folks.
Pushing the boulder up the effing hill.
If you come up and take that boulder away from Mr. Sisyphus over here, it will be.
Did you just call me Mr. Syphilis?
No, Sisyphus.
Who's Sisyphus?
The guy with the boulder who's pushing it up the thing.
Oh, okay. Doesn't sound like a Sisyphus to me. He sounds pretty bold.
It's all Greek to me. And now you know.
All right, let's talk about laxatives. All right, so today I had to recover somehow.
Yeah, somebody had to recover.
Yeah, like you last night after you were working until 4 o'clock in the morning.
I mean, someone has to put away the show.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunately it has to be me sometimes.
Just in case those of you that are checking in to find out like why we started so late. It was
my fault.
Like 9.
It's my fault. I slept.
Brother, it's fine. Don't even worry about it. But it's like, I'm like getting ready to do the show, and usually 7:45 Mike is here on time, everything like that.
Usually 7 o'clock in the morning.
Here before me.
I'm like, Tom, are you up? And it was not me today.
Yeah. So I sent a question mark text at 8 o'clock.
And I was still sleeping.
Holy, what is it? That's too long. Holy.
No, it didn't come out like that either. No.
That's
like
that.
It came out like that.
All right. So I'm like question mark. And then he's like, holy, I overslept. I'm going to use that.
Yeah.
That's our curse button.
Yeah.
Holy.
Put the needle on the record.
Hey, Mike, what did the little choo-choo say?
Oh, no.
Anyway.
Chugga poo-poo.
A Rockland County correctional officer is facing criminal charges after prosecutors say he allegedly allegedly, placed a laxative pill into a colleague's coffee at the Rockland County Jail in New City. Authorities identified the officer as Russell Thorne, 63, of Greenwood Lake. The district attorney's office say the incident happened in February when a female correctional officer briefly stepped away from her mug. And we know now not to step away from our mugs.
Or your glasses over at the bar.
Oh, most indeed on that. Thorne was arrested the same day and later released on his own recognizance. Officials emphasized that the charges are accusations, and Thorne is presumed innocent until proven guilty. There is an excellent product out on the market. It's called Correctol.
Are you serious?
I'm looking at,
No, you are serious.
I am serious. It's called Correctol.
And CVS has their own brand.
Now, I'm sure there's a few CVS's right next to the jail. And I'm going to see if I can track down. I have to track this down. I'm going to see if I can track down if this was Correctol.
For the correctional officer.
That's what I'm getting at. This is part of my investigative series.
So a double corrective? Correctol
for corrections officers.
All right, we're going to move on to one of my favorite subjects. No. Pollinators. I'm going to say it again. Pollinators. I'm going to say it 3 times.
Pollinators.
Without the bees, without the plants and the bugs who go and pollinate your flowers, we will not have any food. So
I used to be a pollinator back in.
Not that kind of pollinator. With the summer gardening underway, Pomona-based Down to Earth Living on Route 45
Down to Earth
is encouraging Rockland residents to make their rose gardens more welcoming to hummingbirds, bees, and butterflies. The advice: plant roses in a sunny, well-drained soil and add colorful companion plants such as bee balm, cardinal flower, honeysuckle, lantana, coral bells, columbine, and salvia. Not to be confused with sativa. Local garden experts say that those combinations can help draw ruby-throated hummingbirds, which are common in the region during warmer months, while supporting pollinators that keep backyard gardens healthy. Now, folks, there are lots of plants that you can plant in your garden. Some of them are invasive. If you go talk to Miss Karen over there, she can tell you all of the native cultivars. So the good plants to plant in your yard that are actually from this region, so it won't get out of whack, so you won't mess up your ecosystem or your yard or whatever, and you get to help all of those pollinators.
Exactly.
And
the
it's
ecosystem.
Not just good for your yard. It's good for the Conklin Orchards. It's good for the Dr. Davies Farm. It's good for the Cropsey Farm. It's good for all of the gardens, community gardens in Nyack and Piermont and Stony Point and over there at RCC and all of those kind of things. So folks, don't just think if I'm planting this here, it's only for here. You're a small piece in a much bigger puzzle. So go out, take care of those bugs, make them go hang out outside of your house, and make a nice, clean, healthy Rockland. We want a good ecosystem. We want a good economy. We want a healthy place to go. We want good parks. Part of that, planting your lawn good.
Most definitely. Senator Pete Harcum announced in a June 16th press release that he secured more than $474,500 in the end-of-year grant money for 13 community organizations in his district. The grants will support youth violence prevention programs in Peekskill, domestic violence services at Hope's Door and the Putnam Northern Westchester Women's Resource Center, public education work at the Medicare Rights Center, and veteran support through My Brother Vinny Incorporated, amongst others. Harcum said that the investments provide crucial support to groups serving the region's most vulnerable residents. Very important, because we actually know someone that's out on the street right now. And, we're trying to help him and trying to get him in the right direction. And, hopefully it goes well. We're rooting for him, and help is on the way. Harcum serves both the Peekskill area, Putnam, Northern Westchester, but he also serves a part of Rockland County, notably the Stony Point area. So he is a representative for Stony Point. Some other political news that's happening. Democratic congressional candidate Kate Conley released her final primary campaign ad on June 16th, describing herself as a fighter who runs toward dangers. Kind of relate to that. You want to take the rest of the story there, brother?
I mean, I don't know much about it because I'm not really a political guy, but I'll tell you what the blurb says.
Totally.
Uh, Connolly criticizes MAGA dark money groups for spending 1.5 million against her and says they fear that she could defeat Republican incumbent Mike Lawler. The next two things are about Mike Lawler.
Mhm.
The West Point graduate and Army Special Ops veteran vows in the ad to curb what she calls abuses by immigration and customs enforcement and to stop greed, corruption, and chaos of the Trump agenda. Connolly notes endorsements from New York State, New York State, United Teachers, the Retail, Wholesale, and Department Store Union, and several Democratic committees.
Now,
Lawler time.
yeah, and on the same exact day, and hey, political season is starting to heat up, and there's going to be verbal shots fired and so on and so forth. But it's not just Kate Conley that brought up certain things. Also, current Congressman Mike Lawler, representing District 17, and he's up for re-election on the same day as Kate Conley saying what she said. Representative Mike Lawler's campaign issued a press release asserting that Conley's employers sell artificial intelligence products to ICE and have partnerships with the data firm Palantir. Citing reports from The Intercept and Politico, the release claims that Conley earned about $328,000 from two AI surveillance companies and accuses her of lying about her work. Lawler's team pointed out that one of the firm's primer advertises its partnership with Palantir and has pitched its platform to ICE and Customs and Border Protection. Now, going back to the local business landscape, the village of West Haverstraw highlighted Boba Tea Cafe in its June 16th Small Business Spotlight.
Now, I'm not much into this boba tea thing, but I know a lot of people who are.
Mhm.
So why not check it out?
I did.
And are you a boba person?
I am. It's a sushi bar.
More sushi?
Yeah, I didn't realize it. I had no idea. So I had to go to the DMV to do a few things.
Okay.
As I'm walking out, so there's Boba Tea Cafe right off of Route 9W and on the corner of where the DMV building is in West Haverstraw. For those of you that have had to get your driver's license at some point in their life, you probably know where it is. Well, I go in there and I was just really just curious. It's like, so they just make a business out of tea? Like, how do they do this?
Right, right.
All right. I walk in and they're like, there's a sushi menu. I'm like, dude, I'm in. You know, I love sushi, Kobe
Right,
sushi,
right.
all the sushi.
I bet you there's no jazz over there, though.
There's no jazz. It's a small place. It's
Right.
like maybe like about, I mean, I would say the size of our studio office here. It's about the same size.
So it's a takeout sushi.
Yes.
It
Well,
is not a sit down elegant like Kobe sushi is.
correct. Yeah. So it's more just like, pick up and go. There are a few, it's like, what is it? The bar booth table thing?
The sushi bar?
Yeah, sushi bar. There you go. So there's a little bit of a sushi bar where you could sit and you can enjoy your sushi.
Did you know?
But the food was great.
Did you know that in traditional classic Japanese sushi,
Right.
you don't actually order food. You tell them how much money you have and how hungry you are, and say, "Create food for me."
That would be dangerous for me because I would have just given them my wallet.
I mean, I used to go
Take my money, please.
for like a decade. I would go and I made friends with the folks who owned Jumbo back in the day,
Mm-hmm.
which was over in Suffern. And we started doing that when we went in. It was like, all right, sushi guy, we got this much money. We're super hungry. Feed us up until the money runs out.
Pretty much.
And it was fantastic. He would come up with all this artistic, all these design flavors. It was so good.
Yeah, his
So
eyes
good.
are rolling into the back of his head right now.
It was so good.
Mm-hmm. I believe it. So it's located on 45 Route 9W in West Haverstraw. That's Boba Tea Cafe. Get ready to do your sushi thing. The cafe offers a wide variety of milk teas, green peach teas, more than 20 types of sushi rolls. There we go. Poke bowls and rice balls. The West Haverstraw Village newsletter that was sent to us, I think about 2 or 3 days ago, calls the cafe a local gem where every visit feels like a new experience and encourages residents to support the business and follow the village's social media updates.
Well, Rockland County is releasing its sixth episode of the Rockland Roundtable podcast. That's Miss Jenna and Miss Beth Cephalou. They're interviewing people from the Industrial Development Agency and talking about the county's economic growth and tourism and all those kind of stuff. If you're interested in all of that, go and check it out at the county's webpage.
Absolutely. And again, it's rocklandcountygov.com. Let me just make sure that I got that right because I don't want to be inaccurate pretty much ever, but that definitely happens regardless.
Now,
Rockland County, and it is rocklandcountyny.gov.
Since we're still talking about community stuff, I would like to talk about what happened last Sunday because it was a beautiful, amazing thing.
That's right. You were in Nyack.
I was in Nyack for Nyack Pride. I was helping. I was a sound guy for the band.
Right.
They had this really cool salsa band that played a couple of sets. It was great. People were dancing out there in the square and all that kind of thing. But Joe Rand was on fire. Mr. Mayor of Nyack, Joe Rand. And that gazebo, it's a good thing it was built of stone because they shoved every single politician that showed up, and there were a lot that come out and support Nyack Pride.
That's cool.
There are videos around Facebook. I'm going to try and get one to Rockland News so we can kind of put it up on our site so we can see.
We are accepting of news from you.
Right. Thanks. But it was just so beautiful to watch all of these people come up and say, we are fighting for our people. And not that they were othering anyone. They were saying, no, these are our Rockland people. These are, we are all important here. Everyone should be celebrated for what they bring to the table. This whole fear people because they're different seems a little silly here in Rockland. So small. We're so small. Our neighbors are so important.
Exactly. And I'm going to go back to, and some of you that listen to this show know that I grew up in a very, let's just say, religiously rigid environment. Now, that being said, and all respect, and I credit that with having a deep, deep faith in God. Now, that being said, what I will say is, and I'm going to use an analogy here, right? So, that conservative kind of angle kind of in my mind keeps me from, being so outwardly endorsing of, just things that might or might not be happening around me, whether it is or it isn't. I can't get more cryptic than that. But what I will say is that a good example of trampling on human rights is what, for instance, the Iranian government is doing to its people. They are killing people for just being who they are. And that is 100% wrong. So if we start with that as a premise, all right, and then we work our way back, and the rights that are afforded in this country should be afforded to everyone.
That is correct.
And that's my statement on that. So I'm glad it went well.
There's a cool meme that I saw this year come out, and it was I might be as straight as the flagpole, but I'll support the flag.
Dig it. Yeah.
So, folks,
good stuff.
If you are not, be an ally.
Right. A proposed housing development at Paramount Country Club is drawing attention in Clarkstown. The plan calls for 230 units on about 36 vacant acres next to the golf course, including townhomes, condos, golf villas, is that like Bob Villa, and 2 single-family homes. To move forward, the property would need a zoning change from R160 conservation land to R22. All right, so they have to go down 100 and
I don't know what those numbers mean.
So what is between R22 and R160? There's like a R23.
Maybe we need to get
R159.
George Holman over here to explain this to us, right? He's Clarkstown.
I have a feeling after speaking with George Holman at least 2 dozen times, really cool guy.
Right.
I'll bet you he knows all of those R's.
Well, maybe next Tuesday. Who's the politician of the week?
Who's the politician of the week? Well, I know what the politician of yesterday is.
Who was yesterday?
Assemblyman Pat Carroll.
You got to speak to Pat Carroll. Where's our
No,
guardrails?
I didn't, and
What?
that's the point. So let's finish this, and I'll tell you
All right.
planning officials have raised concerns about the scale of the change, parking traffic, and the lack of affordable housing component. The final decision would rest with the town board, and a permissive referendum could also come into play. Okay, let's talk about Assemblyman Pat Carroll.
All right.
Okay. I think I'm like legally bound from calling anyone a dipshit or whatever.
You're
And I'm
not
not
supposed to be
calling them
calling
that.
people names.
I'm not
Well,
calling.
you do
right,
not call people
exactly.
names here.
So we're not calling anyone a
That's
dipshit.
not tolerant.
Yes, bad, very bad. Okay, so
Roll
we're
up the
not calling
newspaper
anyone a
and hit you.
dipshit. Yes, exactly. Not calling anyone a dipshit. All right, does everybody hear me? You 1,000 to 2,000 people that supposedly listen. Not calling anyone a dipshit.
What are you calling him?
Absent.
Okay.
Yeah. Mike, how many months have we been on this thing where we're calling Assemblyman Pat Carroll's office and trying to get an opinion?
6 months, 9 months, somewhere. It's
something like that.
This is one of the things that's been stuck in our craw for a while. Because mostly citizens, if you call and you say, "Hey, we're having a problem," we're going to go investigate it, and we have figured it out. We figured it out for a bunch of things. This one, I don't know why.
I don't know why either. It's a complete, and the only thing that I could track it to is the original criticism is basically a press release. The criticisms are like, "Oh, I said this, so I get in the press." And to give you some context, about almost around this time last year, there was a question of whether the protests that happened on the Four Corners in Nanuet should be curtailed, contained, because it's people that are protesting right on Route 59. So they floated around a few ideas. They weren't trying to impinge on people's rights, in my opinion, but they were like, maybe we just do it starting at 12 o'clock so that there's more police presence, whatever.
And we went, wait. That is a First Amendment issue.
Exactly. So Carroll gets involved, Assemblyman Pat Carroll, and he's like, "Oh, well, you can't do that because people's rights and they need to be protected and everything like that." And then basically Clarkstown gets back and then we're like, "Yeah, but we can't protect them if they get run over."
Right.
Okay.
Which we got to well, what is the easiest way to keep the people safe?
And the answer is 2 words.
Guard
rails.
Guardrails.
Guardrails.
Because, folks, this is not just about the protests.
Yes.
This is the busiest intersection in all of Rockland.
It is. Exactly.
There is a park right on one of those corners and 3 businesses on the other corners.
Mm-hmm.
It is meant for people to walk down the sidewalk.
Yep. Exactly. Something's up.
Right.
Something's up. He should have been. So Donald Franchino, and he was on the air about a year ago, maybe 9 months. I forget the exact timing, but he was like, "Well, all right, great. You believe in rights for all and so on and so forth. That makes total logical sense. Why don't you give us
safety
guardrails?" And that's in Assemblyman Pat Carroll's purview. It's a New York State highway. So that's something that Pat Carroll would supposedly be able to do. So we followed up, and those of you that know me, especially my friends over at Admiral's Cove over there, we stick around like the annoying wart. And that's what we did.
Like a roach.
For the last at least several months, we sent out emails. I made phone calls last week. I said, we want to get an official opinion on what Assemblyman Carroll says about the safety guardrails. Okay. And he says, "I'll get back to you, blah, 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 blah." Nothing. Okay. I called again. Nothing. He called me I think Wednesday. I think his representative called, and then I returned his call. I says, "Listen, if you don't get back to me by Friday, now we have basically, so he's just not commenting." Okay. And my question is, I don't understand what the problem is. What is the mental holdup here? I look at Assemblyman Carroll's record. I don't really see that much that he's been doing since he got in office. And maybe I'm wrong about that.
Is he up for re-election?
Honestly, I don't know. Is he?
Because, folks, maybe you should go check it out. I'm not, I don't like to take one side or the other when it comes to politics. I like to look at who the person is.
Right. And I could be wrong, but this is starting to get like, Where's Waldo?
I mean,
You know, I don't get it.
but
2017 to 2020. I'm looking at the press release.
I'm gonna
Last
go.
press release that he put out there was on October 30th, 2025.
Oh wow. So
What does this
speaking
guy do?
speaking, and I want to know if Pat Carroll is involved with this next bit of news. Orangetown officials are pushing back against a proposed New York State DOT roundabout at 9W and Oak Tree Road in Palisades. The town board voted unanimously to oppose the roughly $5 million project, citing concerns about the historic and environmentally sensitive character of the Palisades Gateway. Town leaders are asking the state to suspend the plan until more consultation takes place with local officials,
Mhm.
residents, and preservation advocates. The issue now becomes another example of tension between traffic safety planning and protecting Rockland's historic community character.
Right.
So, is Palisades part of Pat Carroll's purview?
It's a good question. It's a good question. I can look that up over here. Palisades. I'm pretty sure not. Although, yeah, the district office is in New City. So there should be something on here that identifies. There we go. The district map. There it is. Hang on one moment. And for those of you that want to learn, and again, I could be wrong, you go nyassembly.gov/MEM/Patrick J Carroll. Assembly District 96. You can look it up on the map. So yeah. So the Palisades Center and all that is covered. You're talking about Palisades.
The town of Palisades.
Oh, the town of
village
Palisades.
of Palisades, right?
No, it's too
Village of
far
Palisades,
down.
right?
Yeah, that one's a little bit further down on
So
the map.
this is just another example of traffic safety, which we here at Rockland News take very seriously.
Exactly. That's our mandate this year. We identified it multiple times, and now we have to be, well, Pat Carroll, just a little more opinionated. Thank you so much.
And when we're not being judgy, we're just asking you, all of you listeners, to drive safely.
Very safely.
Put down the phones, pay attention, be a polite driver.
Yeah, and don't.
Watson agrees.
Excuse me for a moment. Just so you know,
It's that
we have a dog here. Come on, Watson.
I mean, every booth, every studio needs to have a mascot, and ours happens to be Watson. So, Orangetown has a lot of stuff going on with it. And if you are from Orangetown and you're one of our listeners, this is one of those examples of the community standing up and saying, "No, this is what we want our community, our village to look like, to feel like," and those things are generated when the public goes and sits in on those meetings. So, folks, do your volunteerism.
Do your volunteerism.
Go check out what's going on.
Go check out what's going on.
And be a part. Because, as my father used to say, if you don't vote, you can't complain.
Yes, most indeed. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Had to make sure that the dog was taken care of.
I mean, Watson's our protector here at the studio, and he makes sure that the evil mailman doesn't come and get us, I guess.
Yeah. Well, in the words of one of the Knicks organization on the stage on Saturday night, who let the dogs out? Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh, I did it.
And also, just so you know, that there's obviously so much going on, just to loop back to the whole political thing. And look, maybe he's a good candidate, maybe he's not if he's up for re-election, but Assemblyman Pat Carroll, we don't just have any questions anymore. We're just like, what the heck?
Are you?
Where are you?
Where are
is Assemblyman Pat
Hold
Carroll?
on. Tom, I would like you to tell me in like 15 seconds the amount of, just start naming names of the other elected officials who have respected us and come on and talk with you. And I'm going to give you your first two names, Joe Rand of Nyack and Amy Conklin Stam. Go.
Okay. So we got Rockland County Executive Ed Day. We have Supervisor Howard Phillips for the town of Haverstraw. We have Mike Lawler, Congressman Mike Lawler, NY17. And for the record, we're obviously going to hear both sides in the different elections that are happening. We also have Orangetown Supervisor Teresa Kenny. We have Clarkstown Supervisor George Homan. Who else? We have, because there's more.
Do you want help?
Huh?
Do you need help?
Sure.
My favorite village mayor,
Mike Kohut.
Mike Kohut.
Yep.
Um, you have had
There's more. Yeah.
you've had the Rockland the economic development people on.
Yeah. That's
our county officials.
Beth Cefalu, as well as John Lyon. We also had, was Mayor Mike Curley on yet? I forget.
I don't. You might have interviewed him. I was not part of any of that.
Yeah. Trying to remember. And there's others. For instance, we had Al Samuels was actually on the show once. He was
Head of
with
the
us.
RBA.
Yeah, from the RBA.
Right? So my point to that is, if all of these other folks can take time out of their busy schedules, and let me tell you, it seems like some of our elected officials are everywhere at once. I don't know how it's possible.
Right.
And then we have some of our elected officials who are absent. What's up with that?
Where is Assemblyman Pat Carroll?
That is correct.
You know?
Now, listeners, if we have not interviewed your local elected official and you would like us to do so,
Yep.
rocklandnews.com/alert.
Alert.
So we would like to talk to all the people that you want us to talk to, because we're curious and we want to know our neighbors.
Exactly.
And there's a lot of us, 300,000 plus Rocklanders.
339,000. It's amazing.
I mean, we got a lot of people here.
Yep. We got a few more stories, and then we're going to get out of here. First of all, Nyack News and Views Weekly Events Guide spotlighted a busy June stretch across Rockland. Highlights included the Rockland Pride Parade.
I was there.
Mike was there. Secondhand Shop Hop, Global Rhythm Football Fest. It actually says football. Soccer, for those of you that don't. Yeah, anyways, it's a fest. Viewing events at local restaurants until 4 o'clock in the morning sometimes. Yes, the New York State overseers have allowed Rockland County to have parties until 4 o'clock. Thank you so much.
Aw.
The roundup also looked ahead to Hopper's Way, a community dinner connected to Edward Hopper's local legacy. And for live stream audiences, such as those of you who are listening, the takeaway is simple. Downtown Nyack and the surrounding river villages are moving into summer with a packed arts, culture, and community calendar. And I'd like to also give a huge shout out to Todd Weiss, who celebrated his 65th birthday over at Maureen's Jazz Cellar in Nyack this past Friday.
I mean, Maureen's Jazz Cellar, you want to talk about a pillar of Nyack.
Yep.
What a great music scene.
Yeah. And I made sure that I celebrated. I wasn't able to be there, but I definitely celebrated appropriately.
Awesome.
Yes. Rivertown Film presented a first public preview of the new Woody Guthrie document. Why am I talking, Mike?
Woody
you do it.
Guthrie. Where
You
are we
do
talking? Where are you?
I'm sorry.
Where
You know what?
are you on the thing?
Yeah, I'm just
I
so
don't even know
like
I don't even know where you are.
you're the one that's supposed to be tired here, not me.
I don't even know where you are.
I'm right in front of you, brother.
Hold on. Before we go on, and I see the Muncie scoop, and our friend Millet, I know, has gone and done some extra
That's right.
investigations.
Okay, maybe
But
we're
hold
not
on.
getting off the air just yet.
So, Tom, you have coined the phrase "the Gang of 71."
Yes. We got to get some like theme song music to it. But look, and I'm going to do this one last time.
I think they need the A-team.
At this point,
music.
anything we say is just for entertainment purposes. If anybody slaps me with like, oh, you're being Sanders, I don't give a damn, because we're not. A. And two, yeah. There's a few different ways to characterize what happened last Wednesday, but we've had a few conversations with some people, and somebody mentioned the Gang of 71. All right.
Okay.
Now, I don't know exactly what they mean by the Gang of 71. The ladies didn't look like they were armed. I mean, they had two arms each.
Do you need to be armed to be a gang?
You probably do. And, maybe that's not a good analogy, because they weren't armed in any way, shape, or form, except
Other than they had arms.
Then their two arms.
Yes.
So 71 times 2, so 714. So it was 142.
42, folks.
Yes, 42.
Now,
Now we're talking about numbers.
Tom, I know that you spoke
142 arms
with Mayor Joe Rand earlier
did.
this week about the Gang of 71. And most of what he talked about was safety and making sure that everyone was accounted for,
Which is
and
good. They were, and they're safe.
nobody got hurt. There was no pointing of fingers. There was no blame. The conversation was that the underage children slipped by the supervision, however that failed, and they went exploring. And I I remember being young and going exploring. Tom told a story earlier about how he would go exploring. One of the cool things about Rockland is that we can go explore, but you're supposed to go into places like Harriman State Park to go exploring,
Right.
not into the tunnels of Nyack. I mean, unless you're a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. I
Most
mean,
definitely.
but if that's the case,
And I did that. I was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle when I was in my like teens, and we explored the sewers, quite frankly, of Stony Point. Me and
well,
my friends.
I was gonna say, like, the Gang of 71 ended up in Hudson House's courtyard, and I'm like, they picked the wrong restaurant. They're supposed to go to the pizza shop. If you're a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, you love pizza,
Right. Exactly.
and I mean, there
So
are
you think
several.
that they were taking a shortcut to the pizza place in Nyack.
Maybe
So to give you some context, the 71 ladies, young women, had a brave, adventurous adventure,
adventurous
an
adventure.
adventurous adventure. Like, hey, let's go into that culvert over there, and they ended up underneath, like, like basically downtown Nyack, and some dudes walking by, and all of a sudden they hear
from
"Hello?
underneath
Can you
them.
help us? We're very scared." And obviously he went and got help, had emergency services come and everything like that. And they were able to extract all 71 young ladies. And the thing that was amazing about it, Mike, is there wasn't a spot on them. They were in the culverts of Nyack, underneath Nyack, and they showed up spotless. So we're thinking one working theory that was floated around, and especially you could catch all the different community groups talking about this, is that new attire, dresses, if you will, were brought to the ladies so that there was no like
Evidence.
tarnishment.
There was no evidence.
Right. Because I'm curious about that. Like, how did they get so clean so quickly or whatever?
If we were playing Dungeons and Dragons, there's a spell called prestidigitation.
And
I can't even believe I said that because I'm so tired. Anyway, it's magic. It was clean. Nobody got hurt. It's a big haha funny.
Right.
Because nobody got hurt. But folks, keep in mind that if you have big groups, and I remember that Joe Rand did say this, if you have a group of more than 10 people,
Right.
and then the next number is 40 people, you're supposed to go report it to the village so they can provide the safety personnel. So the permits are there to keep you safe. So if you have a large group, which is more than 10, and then again, if you have a group that's more than 40, you definitely need to let the village know. And this is all of the villages doing all of the events with all of the parks. Just let them know so they can provide more manpower.
That's right. Get a permit. All right. Now, the interesting thing about this, in addition to everybody showing up spotless as they were walking out, is we're still trying to figure out where were the chaperones or the guardians or the parents and everything like that.
There's lots of speculation, but here's something that could be it wasn't anyone's fault. Let's say I was the supervisor, right? And something takes me, so I am not facing the culvert because I'm dealing with a kid who just skinned their knee.
Yeah.
Well, if I was a kid, I'd be like, they're not looking. I'm gonna go walking over here.
Right.
And it could just be as nefarious as child curiosity and adventure, which we have lots of media and books upon, and everyone touts things like Stand By Me as a movie.
There you go.
Right.
And that's a great analogy. And that's why I don't blame the kids, because I mean, they're still teenagers. They may have had their bat mitzvah. They may have. We don't know.
We don't know how old they were.
We don't know. They're definitely over the age of 12.
Oh, okay.
Without a doubt. And maybe they didn't. Maybe it's not Jewish women. Maybe it's Italian women that like long dresses.
It does not matter.
Yes,
because
it doesn't
we
matter.
here believe in tolerance and the sense of adventure.
Right.
The question is, what happens when you get lost in the tunnels?
Yeah, the culverts of Nyack.
The culverts of Nyack. I feel like Stephen King needs to come and write us a new story.
So if those of you that follow Milla Millions on Facebook and of course
he's
Instagram,
hysterically funny.
So he had some videos out there. You saw a few of them, right?
I did.
What was he saying?
I just want to say the cool thing about Milla is that he is the type of comedian that is just showing you what's out there and going, this is weird.
Yeah, exactly.
This is weird. This is strange. Why is this acceptable? Kind of thing.
He has this look of like pure incredulousness on his face.
Oh yeah.
Just like, what the heck is going on right now? What is going on? And I'm actually going to bring in some footage from Milla.
I want to talk about Milla's shop in the mall.
Yeah.
He has a brand called New York is a Nationality. And folks, go check out his wares. It's all sorts of cool clothing. I know he's doing I think it was a support for Haiti.
Yeah.
They have a special shirt that is New York is a Nationality, but a little bit of Haitian pride. And I think all those proceeds go back to helping Haiti. So again, folks, give back however you can. And you should check out small businesses like Milla.
Yeah. And here's some of the footage from that.
71 Muncie girls hopped on these rocks like some sort of Muslandian hopscotch. I don't know. I'm just going to describe what I'm feeling over here. The energy is a little off, all right? I'm still trying to map out how the hell 71 Muncie girls, Muslandian to be exact, made it up here. They wear long skirts. They move Muslandian-like. I don't see them climbing up here and going here to explore. What type of Muslandian exploration?
And folks, Milla is from Muncie.
He's from Muncie. That's it. So, and they love him over there.
A lot of dookie water, a lot of nasty Muslandian. It's not smelling good.
Dookie water? Sounds like a Green Day reference.
Back around? I don't know. Let's figure it out. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, 71 of y'all, let's keep adding that up. 71. Why didn't the 57th one turn back around? Why didn't that happen? I'm trying to understand how all 71 of y'all went here. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. Milla News, he gonna figure it out. I want to take the same Muslandian steps y'all did and figure out what the fuck y'all was thinking. Let's go.
All right, and there's a whole bunch of those, and I love the music. That if you wanted to check that out, you can go to Milla Millions on Facebook and also Instagram.
Or more importantly, go to the Palisade Center Mall.
Yeah,
and go find New York as a Nationality booth. It's a
third floor.
Third floor. It's one of the kiosk style, counter style booths, and go say hey to Milla.
Yeah, he's a pretty cool dude. And
tell him you heard about him on Rockland News.
Tell him Rockland News said hello. Exactly. So crazy stuff happening all over the place. God.
So that story again, and Joe Rand kept bringing this up. Nobody got hurt, and that's why we can tell this story with jest. And I do appreciate the adventurous spirit of all of the youth of Rockland.
Yeah,
and we as adults just need to make sure that every place is safe enough for them to explore and adventure.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's the whole idea. I mean, bottom line, it's about safety. And the teens being underneath the culverts of Nyack, who the heck knows what could have happened there? I mean, look, people that are homeless, sometimes they find places that are away from the public, and who the heck knows? I mean, nothing against people that are struggling, but you don't want any dangerous situations to happen.
Correct.
You just don't.
Correct.
So it's just out of the interest. So there's going to definitely be more, and there's definitely an investigation going on, just so you know, about the chaperones. And I'm just hoping that, just in the interest of public safety, that this does not get swept under the rug, because that would not be cool. I'm not saying that anybody needs to necessarily go to jail over this, but definitely some
What was it? Mayor Rand kept saying, "This is not a hangable offense."
exactly. Yeah.
This is not a
There you go.
hangable offense.
See, and I readily admit, and this is why like I never want to be a politician, is because I step all over my words. Joe Rand doesn't. As the mayor of Nyack, he's smooth, but he knows how to communicate it without sounding like the dipshit that I sound like.
Well, and I give kudos to Mayor Rand, not just as being mayor, but he has dedicated most of his life to the service of Rockland County.
Right.
He's on a lot of boards and a lot of things that help drive Rockland County development.
It's true. Very
So
true.
this is not a pitch for political. I'm just reporting what I have seen.
You've seen it all.
I have not seen it all because I've seen a third of it. You've seen a third of it. And there's a third that we need our listeners to tell us about at rocklandnews.com/alert.
Alert, alert, alert. Yeah. Let us see the fire in the rain. Tell us what's going on. Make sure that we understand. A good example would be the whole Admiral's Cove thing. And we've stayed on it like a wart. That guy that's been causing trouble over there, Mike,
Yes.
he got arrested again last night.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just one thing after another. It looks like the property management company is following up better than the previous property management company in terms of problems with heating, air conditioning, mold, elevator dropping 2 floors with a woman in it. Yeah, alert, alert, alert.
Right.
But there's still things that are coming out of there. Like, for instance, last week we did an interview with a woman that had the stormwater coming down from the gutters.
Right. Yeah.
And basically just flooding her porch area. And they're saying that it's her fault. And she's like, how could it be my fault? This is construction.
I hate it when the management side of things tries to gaslight the individual.
Mhm.
And this is one of the things that we here at Rockland News want to champion. We would like to be the voice of Rockland.
Yes, most definitely. Most definitely.
And for us to do that, we need your support. We need your questions. We need your responses. We need you hopping on the air and talking with us. So, folks, come and check us out.
That's right. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed. It can only transform into something else. And we've energetically pushed the boulder up the hill with many things.
With Optimus Prime.
This live stream, Rockland News, obviously my first company, Rockland Web Design. I'm very appreciative of them. But also coming up this summer is Rockland's Music Fest, coming September 12th. And we're going to make a lot more announcements about it. But the thing that you need to know is we have our headliner for the event that's locked in. We also have the date, September 12th, and everything else is going to be unfolding over the course of the next 85 days.
And this is one of the things that we would like to unfold first, is that there needs to be a little bit of buildup. And part of that is going out and checking out the Rockland County venues like Maureen's Jazz Cellar and the Angel of Nyack and Kobe Sushi and all of those places that want to host music. And if you are one of those business owners and you want to host some music and you want us to either talk about it on the air or help you find some musicians and some sponsors, because one of the things that we like to do with Sponsor Band is pair up a local business with a band,
kind of like a craft beer and chocolate pairing, or like a wine.
You mean like at Lucas Candies, oldest candy shop in all of New York State and one of the oldest in the country. Nick Lucas has been making chocolate since he was a kid. He's 6th generation chocolatier, and those folks over there really love their craft beverage.
Yep.
And they've been pairing all of their tasty candy with the craft beverage. So you like order a beer and they will handpick this chocolate goes with this beer.
Yeah. It's pretty amazing when you think about it. It's something that nobody else thought of. Like, you could do the wine and chocolate pairing, but why not use craft beer? And there are, like, I've tried it. It's beers amazing that work well with certain chocolates.
It is amazing. And Nick is a big supporter of live music. They have live music over at Lucas Candy's.
You got a little small stage. You can hold like 2 or 3 people.
So go check them out. They're on Main Street in Havistra, and they've been there for over 100 years, since 1890 something.
Nick hasn't. He's part of the family, but
but that candy
store
was
a twinkle in his family's eye.
Not even that. Not even. That was 6 generations ago.
He's a young guy.
Yeah.
So he's a young guy.
But go say hey to Nick. Tell him that you heard it from Rockland News. Again, oldest candy store in New York State.
Yeah, great place. We also want to give a huge shout out to Noco Joe's Sports Barbecue Bar in Piermont, New York. And last Saturday, during the Knicks winning the championship, finally,
Sports ball?
finally,
Sports ball?
freaking finally.
Sports ball?
Oh, I was there during the tragedy of '94 when the Knicks lost to the Rockets. And I didn't even watch the last game, but we did the watch party over at Noco Joe's Barbecue Sports Bar. I had friends from our business networking group that showed up, and it was a packed house. And right before the game started, we had Tom Brady, our sports
Not that Tom Brady.
Thomas Brady Sports Performance Coaching Company in Rockland County, New York, did the live stream over there, and he had multiple guests. You can actually catch it on Rockland's News on Apple Podcast, as well as on Spotify. You can listen to the pregame interviews with the owner, as well as several coaches for different sports from high schools in Rockland County.
We have a robust sports program as a whole,
Right.
over the I think there are 11 districts.
Mm-hmm.
We seem to, as Rockland County, produce athletes and musicians and all of that. It seems like every year we've got a really top cream of the crop kind of stuff that show up nationally.
Mm-hmm.
Whether they're athletes or musicians or all that, it seems that the more we help support our local athletes and our local musicians and all of that, our local artists, that we're getting national and sometimes international recognition as them being part of Rockland County.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
So, and that comes from you listeners out there supporting the children, supporting the schools, paying your taxes, doing those kind of things.
Yes, most definitely. So we got a lot going on, as we always do. And we want to thank those of you that stuck around to the end of the show. We did start a little bit late today.
It was my fault.
Typically, we are on Wednesdays at 8 o'clock in the morning until about 10. Don't worry about it, Mike. You had a long day and you did a lot of freaking crazy wild work yesterday. I get it.
Those boxes.
Don't even worry about it. And in addition to that, we also have the live streams that happen on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, obviously today, Thursday now, and Friday. And we have a new morning news live streamer on Mondays. His name is Robert Joasis. He actually worked for us before, and he came back, and now he's going to be announcing the news on Monday mornings. I hope you'll give him the same sort of welcome that you gave me. Actually, give him a better welcome that you gave me.
I mean,
I kind of appreciate that. Thank you so much.
I'm sure he has a better face for radio than we do.
He does. He absolutely does. Like he's definitely he's got the whole Anchorman look to him. He's got like the square jaw.
So he
Very
might
inspiring.
actually be our first videoed morning show.
We can look up to him.
Why is he tall?
Yes, exactly.
Like super tall.
Yeah, you just look up to him.
I'm pretty
and stuff
tall,
like
you know?
that. So yeah, he delivers the news quite well, and you can catch some of his live streams. They're on typically at 9 o'clock in the morning on Mondays. Tuesdays, we do our government report. We had an interview with Sazzoni Pilone again yesterday, which was fantastic. That'll be available soon.
And who is that?
That is the small business located in Stony Point.
Okay.
They're right next to Pasta Cucina on Route 9W. And they have amazing, very well and perfectly seasoned steak.
Steak.
And guess who I had lunch with yesterday?
Who did you have lunch with?
Rick Dana from Dana Pest Control.
Dana Pest Control. You know what? Dana Pest Control is one of our top tier sponsors. They are lovers of music and Rockland Music Fest and Stony Music Fest and all of our music festivals. And if you listeners are a business owner and you want to help support the music industry in Rockland County, go check us out at sponsorband.com or rocklandnews.com/alert.
Alert. And that interview is available. And finally, on Fridays, when time permits, and it's been a while because Mike and I have been just working like just unbelievable, like
dogs.
Yeah, exactly. So, wow, that was perfect timing You identified it, and I just went. "Arr, arr, 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 arr,
I
arr."
mean, that's because Watson's upstairs. He couldn't bark for us.
Oh yeah, you know what? I'll tell you the funny thing is, and for those of you that have been listening the whole time, my dog was right underneath me, and then he also got up and started barking in the middle of the show.
Because he had something to say. I mean, everyone in Rockland has something to say, and sometimes it's hard to find a voice.
Well,
and if you need your voice
Mm-hmm.
and you want to be quiet about it, come tell us, and we will say it loudly for you.
I wonder if there's like a dog microphone that we could get for Watson, and then like when the male person shows up, you could hear him going. Rah, 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 rah,
I'm
rah,
waiting
rah.
for the translator one.
Uh-huh.
So
We all are. Don't worry.
because Watson was earlier before the show was sitting there giving me the dog face, and I was like, but I don't know what you want, dog.
What's up, dog?
What's up, dog?
That's how I greet Watson when I walk back in the door. I'm like, what's up, dog?
Sup, dog?
Yeah, and I think at this point, I'm not sure when my wife will get sick of me. I think it's not yet.
You think it's not yet? Jessica,
But she's got to get tired.
I'm putting in a letter for your sainthood for
She's
putting up
got
with
to be
Tom.
really tired of the same freaking things that come out of my mouth over and over again. Hey, baby.
Sup, dog?
Yeah. I think I just broke some sort of a trademark, but something like that, right? Oh, we're leaving?
No, I just figured we needed a groove.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
We need to dance a little bit. But I do think we should talk about our sponsors. All right, Tom, let's talk about our sponsors.
That might have been just a little bit too much, and I'm sorry.
So our sponsors, Work Smart.
What
New
is
York.
that?
I have no idea. Tom was pushing all the buttons on the thing.
Yeah, I went
have no
nuts
idea
on
what
it.
to
Like
do.
I started like getting all crazy and stuff.
So
I'm
sponsors,
very sorry about
Work
that.
Smart New York Business Boot Camp, Yabu Fence, Dana Pest Control in Stony Point, Easy Temp. They are there for all your refrigeration needs in Hackensack, New York, and they love to come and help us Rocklanders out.
Hackensack, New Jersey.
Hackensack, New Jersey. Fiesta Acapulco on Stony Point, Kobe Sushi in New City, Breakpoint Bowling, West Haverstraw, Whole Shot Bagels in Haverstraw, New York, the UPS store in West Haverstraw, Ivy Rehab Physical Therapy in West Haverstraw, Susan Bova, Coldwell Banker Realty, 99 Signs.
Yep, because a business without a sign
is a sign of no business.
Get all your digital billboard and portable sign needs, including lawn signs for the political season coming up at 99signs.com, located in Nyack, New York.
And if you've dinged and banged up your car, check out FC Perfection Auto Body in Congress. They'll make it look all nice and magical.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I was timing that. We'll get that right next time. You know that we always get better at everything.
And all of these businesses, right? Sometimes there's stuff that you need to just purge because you got so much junk. You call Clean Space Maintenance and Management Company.
That's
and
right.
They will bring the dumpster to your house. You load up the dumpster, you call them up, they take it away. Trash is gone.
Yes, most exactly.
And I would be remiss if I did not give a shout out to all of the craft beverage out there because I love them so much. District 96, New City in Nyack. Noble Experiment Brewing Company in West Nyack. Round Table Brewing Company in Garner Arts Center in Garnerville. Stony Point Brewing Company, found at the Bricktown Beer House in West Haverstraw, New York.
Right.
And Red Barn Cidery.
Yes.
Which is in New City, part of Dr. Davies.
Most definitely. Most definitely. And I'm sorry, I'm just doing some adjustment over here. But yeah, that's just a small sample of the many small businesses, the many elected officials, government officials, influencers, and also endorsements from, even John Katsimatidis, who spoke with our business group several weeks ago. So we're feeling the love, and we appreciate every one of you that have helped out with this show. The best thing that you can do, if you're still with us, is share this show out with your friends. Be like, you know what? They got something going on there. I don't know exactly what it is. We don't know exactly what it is, but they got something going on because we want to be the voice of Rockland for you.
So send us your comments, your questions, and your general welfare. of what's going on. If you want us to say happy birthday to so-and-so on the air,
We can do that.
we would be happy to do that.
Yes, exactly. Because we want to celebrate birthdays.
Anniversaries.
Yep.
Bar mitzvahs.
All that.
Confirmations.
Bat mitzvahs.
Those two.
You know? And we could find out if people missed their bat mitzvahs because they may have been underneath Nyack.
Looking for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
You know, their nails, everybody's nails in that picture, the video, and there's video of it from Frank Labono, when the as we call it on the show, the Gang of 71 came out of the stores after they were, and everybody's nails, including the police officers, they were perfect. Absolutely perfect. I was impressed.
They did a little hand cleansing, maybe little ceremonial clean.
Perhaps.
Who knows?
Perhaps.
Who knows, folks?
Yep. So anyway.
But I do know that Tom and I love music. Help us put the rock back in Rockland.
Yes.
And
rock on.
And any other music genre you want. If you want to hear more blues, we want to put on a blues festival.
Mike, I'm going to probably play this next time, Jambalaya Town by Richard Piano Scott and his New Orleans Jazz Band.
Is he from Rockland?
He's not.
Well, then why are we playing him?
Okay, maybe we'll do something else. Maybe we'll get KQ and the Sound Trip on. I got to talk with him about a few things. It's getting a little weird, but
did you know that Nyack is having a music series on Tuesdays?
Oh, yeah?
And our good friend Tito Wilson is the opening band of the whole series.
When is the next one?
July 7th at 6 o'clock.
I might be checking that out.
So, like, I don't know why Nyack, maybe next time we talk to Joe Rand, we can say why they chose Tuesdays at 6 o'clock for their music series. But I'm hoping it's a nice time for all of my fellow Rocklanders to come out, enjoy some Rockland County-based music, because Tito is from Havistraw.
And
he's
a oft member of Rockland Music Fest series over the last 11 years, you know, under different names. But yeah, he's been a very ardent supporter. He shows up at open mics, and yeah, he's just a very giving drummer.
Right. And he plays the Casa open mic all the time. Folks, come out, support the local music, support the local businesses. Do your diligence of being a good citizen. We all love to
I see what you did there.
Right?
I see what you did.
Right.
But do your due diligence to make sure that you support putting the rock back in Rockland. And remember, Rockland Music Fest 12, aiming for September 12th this year, day after September 11th. So we're going to have to do some startup in memory of the nearly 3,000 people that we lost. Many Rocklanders, by the way.
Right.
So 25th anniversary, we're going to be doing something. Oh, actually, we got a lot to talk about.
Still?
Yeah. Yeah. So when we announced Rockland Music Fest 12.
Are you sure you want to do this today?
Yes. Yes.
It has to be done today.
Yeah. Because I want to put it out early just to get it done and just to be very clear.
Get her done.
We joke around on the show about this, that, and the other absurdities that happen across all demographics in Rockland County. Believe me. Okay. I mean, as a half Colombian, I make jokes about myself, So I'll give you an example just to make it really like, I can't believe he said that. Do you know why there's no Spanish people on Star Trek?
I don't think I want to know the answer to this, but go ahead.
Because even in the future, they won't work.
Wow. Tom, I can't believe you said that on the air.
It's a joke.
I know.
Exactly. So I'm saying these are all jokes, whether I deliver them properly or not. It's a joke. So, we're not anybody that sees me.
Hold on.
Or any.
No,
yeah.
That's the one.
That's the one.
Yeah,
that's the one. Okay.
I'm going to do it again.
All right.
Tom, that's what you get for that joke.
You want to just keep on doing it while I put my disclaimer out there?
I just want to say.
So, ladies and gentlemen.
that I was displeased with the joke.
All right. Mike is displeased with the joke. I was basically trying to do that in the interest of indicating that, we make fun of everybody. And that's, I guess it's called the Howard Stern rule.
Is that what it's called?
It is. No, it's the Howard Stern rule, bottom line.
Are we supposed to make fun of him too?
Yeah. See that huge, freaking afro thing that he's had? I don't know. Can you call it an? I don't even know.
Hold on. Because I am of the people of my birth. We call it the Jew fro.
Oh, you said it, not me.
Well, I am one of those people, and sometimes I'm not very fro-like. My hair kind of flows down a bit of curls, but not like Howard Stern.
Yeah. He's got something
He
going on
got the big
there.
curls.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm basically getting at. So after all that absurdity, this is what I have to say. I spoke after we announced that it was on September 12th. We got a few messages back from our friends in the Jewish community, and they pointed out that that's Rosh Hashanah.
Oh, the start of the new year.
Correct. So, yeah, this is awkward because
Awkward.
that's where
See,
comes into play.
You're,
All right. So this is what I have to say to those of you of the Jewish faith. All right. You know, we always have that open dialogue. You know that. All right. And to those of you that reached out to me and told me that this was going to be a problem, that part of the calendar I did not check, and I am very sorry about it. I know that Rockland County encompasses approximately 31% Jewish of the Jewish faith. The numbers on that is in the town of Ramapo, it's approximately 50%. In Clarkstown, it's 10%. Orangetown, approximately 8%. Haverstraw, 3%. I think Stony Point, 1%. Regardless of where, when,
I'm
how.
a 3%er.
You're a 3%. All right. So I'm not trying to exclude anyone. Okay. I didn't pick that date in any way to focus on excluding anyone. I picked that day for two reasons. One, it just seems
Because you could.
The numbers seem to line up. Rockland Music Fest 12, September 12th at 12 o'clock. It was just a cool thing. Okay. So for that, I take responsibility. But the other thing, is that it's the day after the 25th anniversary of September 11th. And I feel that after memorializing a very somber event that happens that murdered innocent people, many of those in Rockland that we know, all right, I figured the next day would be a great day to loosen up. And what better way to do that than with music that speaks to our souls. And, you know, that's what we're going for. So
Music that speaks to community.
Right. Respectfully, we are going to keep that date. Okay. I did speak with a few prominent individuals and I said, if you want, I will ramp up another event, you know, specifically toward not Rosh Hashanah. Okay. And, you know, and again, invite everyone because they're not excluding anyone. Invite anyone that wants to participate. So it's going to be like Rockland Music Fest, like 12A or
12.5,
A12, or, you know.
Wait, AM versus PM?
Sure. All right.
No,
I
folks,
am. And by the way, I bankroll this damn thing every year through my efforts, through my corporations, through the good people that help with me. Mike is one of them because he's going to have to defend me after my.
Oh, boy.
All right. But, you know, the many people that participate in this. And like I said a little bit earlier, all right, this is it. If this doesn't get, you know, last year we had 1,200 people at the stadium. And I broke my back to make this thing happen.
No, you broke your mind.
I put myself in hock by $25,000 in order to make it happen.
Hold on, folks. That's how much Tom feels is supportive of the arts and specifically of live music.
Right.
He is willing to put himself in debt so you Rocklanders can be entertained.
Yeah.
And the only way we can continue to do this is if you get your friends and family to come join you.
Yeah. So I need, if you're listening to this, check out rocklandmusicfest.com. See what we built last year over at the stadium. And just imagine September 12th, we could do something like, I mean, we're going to be somewhere. We can't talk about it on the air just yet, but it's going to be epic. All right. So help us out with that. It's really important. And again, just back to the point, I want to respectfully apologize to those of the Jewish faith that won't be there on September 12th. I know you'll be celebrating Rosh Hashanah. If it makes you feel any better, on Christmas, I won't be going to the movies.
You won't be going to the movies.
Correct.
Does that have to do with anything?
Right. I mentioned this to an individual that I spoke with yesterday. It was like, if my favorite movie star, for instance, Tom Cruise, as an example. Yes, Tom Cruise is my favorite movie star. He's so dreamy.
Oh, Thomas.
I just like the Mission Impossible series. So if the next Mission Impossible, and I know it ended,
was on Christmas.
The next Mission Impossible shows up on Christmas. All right. I'm not going to go on Christmas. Yes, I will catch it afterwards, either on streaming or whatever. But that's the same thing that Rockland Music Fest does because we have an app.
There's an app for that.
There's an app. You go to Roku, search for Rockland Music Fest, download the app. You can watch all the performances from last year.
And folks, if you would like to perform at Rockland Music Fest, go sign up at rocklandmusicfest.com.
Yep.
And if you want to be a supporter of the arts, go check us out. Because we Tom is showing me the big giant check from last year where we made Meals on Wheels $5,000. $5,000 to Meals on Wheels. And folks, if you don't understand what Meals on Wheels does, they bring hot meals that are nutritious to old folks who can't get out, who can't make it to the place. It's about the food insecurity thing that we talk about a lot during the wintertime, a lot around Christmas and Thanksgiving. But food insecurity happens all year round. And our local food banks really need us to help support them.
Absolutely. And I appreciate, Mike, that you mentioned that on the air because it's something. It's something that really matters to us. There's a music element to it, but there's also a charitable element. And that is the most important thing, aside from all other efforts. You know, all our arts and choices and all of our decisions, according to Aristotle, are thought of trying to achieve some good. And if we can use that premise, we can say good is basically that which all things aim at. And that's what we're trying to do. You know, we're going to be imperfect at it. Obviously, you heard before.
Mutual goodness. That's what we want, is mutual goodness.
Yes, most indeed. So that's a good place to, yeah.
Well, mutual goodness, that means we should talk about sponsors.
Yes, we do have many sponsors that help us with Rockland's news and also Rockland Music Fest, Work Smart New York Business Boot Camp, Yabu Fence Company located in West Nyack, New York for all your fencing needs, Dana Pest Control for all your pest control needs, and Easy Temp for all your ice machine repair needs located in Hackensack, New Jersey.
And if you are hungry or want to be entertained, Fiesta Acapulco, Kobe Sushi, Breakpoint Bowling, and Whole Shot Bagels are all places that have amazing food and can entertain you. I mean, Clever even will come out with his bagel necklace like he's some sort of rap.
I love that bagel necklace. I love it. I think
wants
it's
to
awesome.
be the bagel king, folks. So go to Whole Shot Bagels. They're in Haverstraw across from the cemetery. They make amazing food.
And you can see it on like if you go for go on Instagram, Whole Shot Bagels. Look at the bagel necklace he has. He looks like he's basically like a Biggie Smalls bagel guy.
All right. So if you need to deliver a package or get cards, business cards made or something like that, if you check out the UPS store in West Haverstraw, they really want to help you.
They do. And they get great business cards on a side note from the shipping. So anything better than in this area, better to get your business cards from UPS store.
There you go. We have Ivy Rehab Physical Therapy in West Haverstraw. So if you have any owies that you need to have fixed, go check them out.
Yes. We got Susan Bova, Coldwell Banker Realty, 99 Signs for all your digital billboard and portable sign needs. FZ Perfection, Auto Body Repair, Congers, New York, and Clean Space Maintenance Management Company. We got so much more that's going to be happening over this entire summer. We got the Global Rhythms event for the World Cup.
We have not the Nyack Music Series on Tuesdays in Nyack at the park, going on in July.
We'll do some live streams over there.
That will be great.
Right. So got a lot going on. For those of you that are listening, remember, stay tuned. Make sure that you tune into our stuff at rocklandsnews.com for all of the news that matters to you most in Rockland County, as well as on our Facebook page, Apple Podcast, Spotify, you name it, we're there. And we are looking to put the rock back in Rockland through Rockland Music Fest this year. So on behalf of Mike and Tom in the morning, thanks, and we'll catch you next time.
Plant some seeds of hope.
Oh. Yeah.
it. We're grooving on out of here, folks. See ya.